Hello, hello. Hey guys, who's in right now? Hey Jody, how you doing? Yeah, so trade's running quite nicely. If you bought the break of this with me, I'll just switch screens. I know I posted this in the members chat, but there we go. We're up. I'm just gonna close half now, 25 points up. So this is a funded account. We are getting pretty close to our TP, so we've got about $4,500 to go to pass this challenge. Been running it 12 days now. Um, hey guys, so yeah, we've closed out half at 10 pips, another half at 25 pips, and I'm just gonna see how this one can move on the back of pre-comex. So I've left 25% running. So we started off with 7 lots. We've closed half out at 10, closed another half at 25, and now you can see it stops here at break even, and we'll just we'll see how it fares. There's no other trade management I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to see how this pans out. But yeah, decent morning. We're currently sitting at 2,800 quid profit by the time you take out commissions and everything. $3,000 uh, gross without any additional charges. Hey Peter, how you doing? Future Frankie, how are you, buddy? Um, right, just let me know if the chat is working just fine. Uh, okay, welcome, all good. Uh, oh dear, what's going on? What have I done? Uh, oh, so, sorry guys, I'm just done something and my settings have just that's there we go, that's better. You can see what I'm doing now. Um, yeah, so there's potential for another trade here. We've got no resistance in the way. We've got no resistance in the way now, so we can literally see how this 15-minute candle closes out. It's going to be the hourly as well, so very, very bullish hourly candle on the move here. So we're going to look to potentially get another trade in here. So look, this is the downside when you have. I've already done my 5 trades for the day, but all I'm going to look for is a wick down. Let's get that out of the way. Ooh, put this down here for now. If we have We're not going to get a flip here because there's not going to be 20 pips now. So we've got 50 seconds left of this hourly candle, and then what we're going to wait for is a wick down, and we're going to place another order. So it's going to go spread above the high of this candle. So we want to see the next candle open in 30 seconds. We want to see it start to move lower. If it moves lower, we're going to place the order above that high. If it doesn't move lower, we're just going to let it go. Okay, so we're going to let it go if it just keeps going. We want to see it. Just think of it like an elastic band. You want to see it pull back before it goes forward, or before you fire a bullet, you want to see the gun cocked and then you pull the trigger. So it's the hammer going back, and that's what we need to see. Traders like to call it liquidity, attracting more buyers. So price drops, it attracts more buyers step in, and there we go. Let's put the trade in. So I'm just gonna bring my original stop up a bit. There we go. Let's put a partial TP in, and we'll put 60% of that to close out. Should it trigger? And then we let it run. Just need to just want to move so I can separate which one's which. 23, 36, 91, so it's the lowest one. Okay. So we just triggered. So if we can push a little bit higher, I'm literally just going to ramp the stop loss up on that one. You can see we're a bit negative on the add-in position, but we'll see what happens. I'm getting ready to push my stop loss higher. Where it currently sits, it's down here. So potentially handing a little bit of profit back, but we'll see. So get ready to close. All of them will close if it gets hit down here. And okay, it means we hand a little bit of the profit back, but we shall see. I want to push it higher. If we can get to like 77 pips up, the add-in position is just going to go straight to break even, which is this one. 39.51. No, it can't be right. 37.16. Yeah, so slightly higher. Oh, bit jittery, isn't it, guys? Bit jittery. But not getting chance to push this second one up. I don't know why it's so jittery. Well, nothing we can do just yet. Those first 3 minutes have absolutely just moved between 26.40 and 26.37 basically. So we'll see what happens. Hourly still looks good. I mean, obviously, in fact, the add-in trade, I'm just looking because I've put this stop according to the 5 minute, haven't I? We should put this stop down. We should put this stop right underneath the structure point, but we'll leave it where it is for now. So if you took that trade, guys, just be wary. I did have the 5 minute chart on, so your stop for this 1 hour chart, for the 1 hour trade that we put in, should be down here, should be under this level. because I have my original trade, which is locked in profit. So it should be down here. But fingers crossed, we can see the market continue to move with the market direction and trend. And if so, um, remember it's up here at 36. Where is it? My stop loss is 37.16 for the add-in trade. It's not really got in front. It got triggered, but never really got in front. Hey, Paolo, how are you? So as soon as we can see 7 pips in profit in the added trade, we're going to move stop straight to break even. Because add-in trades, although they're nice, they're obviously at an extended price to your original entry. So, it's a great way for you to hand a bit of profit back. But this is it's the catch 22. It's great to add to your profit, but it's also an easy way to deduct from your profits. So never get too greedy. Itchy nose, apparently it's a sign you're coming into wealth. Well, let's see. 105. So we've got another sort of like 15 minutes before I would expect to see the sort of full comics effect kick in. We're just going to get ready to push this stop loss right up. No, 2 o'clock. Um, so keeps getting close to entry price, but that's about it. It's not done anything positive, this trade. It's not done anything positive. So like I said, if you have taken this as an add-in trade, in theory, your stop loss should be down here underneath sort of like 26.35. But I've put mine on the 5-minute candle where my original trade stop was. So how's everyone's day been so far? Has it been a good day, negative day, positive? Have we learned something about ourselves? Um, sorry, I just have to mute that call coming in. Rich, no worries, buddy. We are long. Oh, I've got 2 trades in right now, as you can see. One was just above the high of the hourly candle, which is an add-in trade. Now, that add-in trade, my stop loss was a little bit aggressive. It's underneath the 5-minute. It should be down here. And this is the one that I'm holding. It's not actually doing anything as I'm moving it up and down. So if price does come back down to this point, it will get stopped out. So you'll see it if it gets down here, it'll get stopped out. And there you go, it just got stopped. So although it looks like I'm moving it, I'm not. So that add-in trade, there you go. You can hear it has just got stopped out. As you will see in the history, it just cost just over $1,600. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore because that was for the addition for the original trade. Positive day. Well done, Paolo. So I am going to replace that trade, guys, because I do like the actual setup. But all I'm going to put on this is the stop down here, 26.35. Take profit. I'm just going to stick a 20 pip take profit on this. I'm not going to be greedy. 20. Let me just check what have we done as the entry. 26.39.75. So 26.41.75. 26.41.75. So that's what we're looking at. Now this stop. Remember, this stop is a random stop because if this does turn around and trigger, we're going to pull the stop loss right up underneath the low of this candle. Let me just, in fact, let me just look left. There we go. I'm going to use this wick over here as a potential area that it could, let's say, shift sentiment. But definitely the market momentum today is to the upside, and we're going to look to capitalize on more upside to gold. All right, let's take, yeah, we'll just leave 50%. So if it triggers, guys, first thing we do, if it goes, let me just check the high, 26.39.40. Let's just bring it down to 23.69.62. So look, whatever, the spread's a bit higher here because it's a funded account. But if you, so look, if you've got personal accounts and you're trading raw spreads, remember your raw spreads, you don't want to be trading that account because your personal account, raw spreads, they have the best conditions you'll ever be able to trade with, meaning raw spreads, zero. You're also going to have 100% of the drawdown available to you. So therefore, you always trade the account that has the worst conditions. So worst spreads, um, worst in terms of, let's say, lowest drawdown available, highest take profits for your targets to be met. So then by trading that one with the highest or the most difficult trading circumstances, it's only going to benefit the other accounts that you're trading, the one with the lowest spreads, the one with your personal account with where you've got, let's say, 100% of drawdown available to you. So that's what you want to be doing, guys. You want to trade the account that is the most stringent to trade. So by doing that, when you trade, it's only going to have a much more positive impact on the one that has the zero challenges or zero hurdles to overcome. So always trade the one that has the most stringent challenges. So currently, what I'm up 10k. So need to bank another 6k to get this challenge passed, and then we're going to run into Christmas and see what damage we can potentially do into Christmas. Get a nice little Christmas payout. But like I said, these who have we got in today? Is Leon in? One of our members, Leon's doing really, really well at the minute. He's having a great time on his challenges, um, heading for a nice Christmas payout as well. So well done, team. How after that last little hit on the trade, what are we looking at today? So up 1500 for the day, so just under about 0.75%. While we're waiting for this one, let's go back to charts that I like to analyze, i.e. TradingView, because I can't stand MetaTrader. So look, I want to show you a trade that I took, which was previous. So if we look support formed, those of you that understand what I identify as the tennis ball effect, you can see this beautifully here. This is like the compression of bodies and the wicks. So you've got the market trying to find a balance. And this is usually a turning point in the market. We see the market come down and then it accelerates through support. Now, once we've closed below support, you would then anticipate that the market is likely to continue lower. But by having a set of rules in place that say, I need to see a price push up before I sell the low, this one just pushed down first. So as it pushed down, no setup. It then closed back above the level. There's our false break. Next candle wicks down. We bought the high, traded this all the way up into structure. That's it. We're done. We're out. Then we bought as the market broke the highs. This one closed out 10 pips, 25 pips, and then got stopped out on the way down here. And this one, unfortunately, we got triggered in by spread. So this is where when we look at accounts with bigger spreads, you always want to incorporate and factor in your spreads into your entry price. It doesn't mean you're going to stay out of trade all the time. As you saw this time, we got triggered in and then the market reversed and we got stopped out. But I still like the setup. This is big, strong bullish candle close outside. Potentially this is the gun cocking. We've seen the market, we've seen the elastic band getting pulled back. and we've got buy orders above the highs. So is this the liquidity we need to push the market higher, or are we going to see the market reverse from here? Well, we don't know, but by waiting for it to pull back, if it does break the highs, there's a very high probability, somewhere in the region of like 75 to 85%, that we'll hit our first TP. So just to give you an insight, my win rate on the funded account is 79%. Yes, the average losing trade is bigger than the average winning trade, but we win far many more times than we lose. So it's just a matter of being disciplined, waiting for the setups, and then trying to manage your losses as best possible you can. Right, not a lot to do right now. We're just gonna wait for this. Comics is opening in 15 minutes. We normally get that burst and that move, whether it's to the upside or downside, you never know. But in my sentiment in this side would be, right, the market has been pushing to the upside, and we're still heading that way. So if Comic's going to open, a little pullback just gives an incentive where I think we could see a little spark to the upside. Whether it continues or it rolls over later in the day, that's to be seen. But really don't care. We're only looking for 10, 20 pips, and then if it moves past that, we'll just lock in profits along the way. As soon as we trigger, I'll fire you back to the MT5 screen. I just hate MT5 and MT4 um, for analysis. Yeah, it looks good, guys. Looks good. Break the highs. We'll see this one push on, and let's have a look, see what's going on in the Nasdaq. Hmm. Okay, nothing. Okay, so Nasdaq, if we got above, let's go down to the hourly. Okay, so that would be the range that I'd be interested in for the Nasdaq. Long above here, and yeah, long above 20,623 and short below 20,358. No trade range. We've got no news today, nothing tomorrow. So literally the only thing that's going to move the markets is sheer sentiment. That's it. We've got no major news unless obviously there's some geopolitical tensions that arise between now and Thursday. We should see a continuation of the market sentiment unless anything should change. So whether Trump gets on the old blower and starts hitting the social media with something, or whether something else happens in the Middle East or Ukraine and Russia, and that would have to be something quite drastic, I believe, right now to really see a shifting goal, because the world is it's not that they've got used to it, but I think because it's been happening for so long now, it would need a massive escalation to see a shift up in gold, or a de-escalation to see a sell-off. Um, so what's Anna, sorry, Mark, just logged in to you. Have you buy stop order in? Yes, we do, Anna. We have a buy stop order in above the H1 high. We did actually just place this trade and got clipped in with it was an add-in. We got clipped in on the spread. It did come back down and stop us out. So now what I'm going to look for is Two things. We're going to leave the order in right now, but if we see um, it's not going to happen this candle, but maybe the next candle, if the next 15-minute candle closes bullish and above 26.36, then these can go now. We can look for a potential buy. Big old deep retracement on this one. 11 minutes. We'll see what happens. Potentially getting ready to cancel this order, guys. In gold, you mean? Yeah, I got that, Anna. No worries. No problem. Kind of got the gist. Any questions out there, guys? Yen appears to be finding a little bit of a bias, but really we're still above the right shoulder area that we were looking at. So if you remember rightly, if good month or two ago, we were looking at this as a traditional sort of like technical pattern or chart pattern, head and shoulders, where we focused and said, look, when price was down here, we were saying that we would anticipate a rally in dollar yen to potentially come up somewhere in this region to form a right shoulder before it sells off. So sell off here would mean a sell off in the USD and a strengthening of the Japanese yen. We have seen a little bit come back in, but we would need to see like a change in cycle over here before we could really start to be interested in buying it. Gold's dropping a little bit right now. Let's have a look. Uh, well, let's cancel that order, I reckon. We've got loads of time to come back at it. Let's have a look. All right, so okay, so we've got a new little range being formed with gold. We'll see how it what happens when we get down here. Right, let's just take you back to the other chart so you can see me cancel the order. So look, here we go, guys, canceling that order. Gone. Order's cancelled. Put that in there. Put this down here. So we've got the same levels we're looking at on TradingView. So these are the same ones, but just broker related. Remember, you can see the spreads here are quite a bit greater. What are we talking? 25, about between 25 pips, 2.5 pips and 3 pips. So bigger than your standard live accounts. But what do you expect when you're trading a prop account? That's pretty industry standard, right? They have to try and make it a little bit more tougher for you to get your returns. Okay, so need to see if I see anything like this where the market comes down. We've got 7 minutes. If I get a bullish we're not going to get a bullish candle in this 15-minute candle, but we could potentially from the 30 to 45. If we get a bullish candle, then similar to what we saw here, where you see a strong sell-off, then buyers come back in. I'll look to buy that market. I'm not going to look for sells unless we get below 26, 29. Market has just been one way. Yes, we are up $19.50 on the day, or 0.7%. Would you do BPC on gold? Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Paolo. As soon as if, but we need to see a bullish candle. Remember, we need to see a bullish candle. We need to make sure everything that we do is in line with the rules. Um, why are we not seeing any? I can't see any analytics. Uh, recording, not that one. Okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure where I can't see. Oops, what did I just do? Right, guys, just let me know how many of you, if you've had a good day today, hit some thumbs up, hit some, how many trades have we taken, how many pips have we got banked? Um, so yeah, we're just gonna have to sit tight, guys. Sit tight and wait for this one to pan out. There's nothing to do until we get that move. Let's just have a quick look. We'll come back over to, while we're waiting for this one to sort itself out and for gold to potentially move, let's just come back and have a look, see if there's. Now, pound yen, like I said, it's not something I've traded for a while, but we can have a look and see what levels we'd be interested in and why. Okay, so pound yen, looking for long above 194.70, and we've got loads of range to the upside, but just looking at how the yen is moving, potentially we're going to see a move continue lower. Uh, we've got what's that, 42, not enough room. Potentially what we could look for here is if there was a big enough wick, if the next candle pushed up, you could trade a flip, fill the wick and fill this range, because we are seeing some yen strength today, and then looking for that move to continue down and fill the wick. 79 pips for Paolo. Well done, buddy. Amazing. 2 trades, 2 wins, 3% on the balance. Lovely, Nigel. What am I at today? I think I've had 6 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 trades, 5 wins, 2 losses. 0.75 on the balance. So up 1500 today. Was up a bit more than that, but just handed $1,600 back with an add-in trade. But like I said, you can't win every trade, guys. And you can't get upset with it. You just trade what you would trade. You trade your rules, you trade. If you see a setup, you trade it. You can't be afraid of pulling the trigger. As Wayne Gretzky or Michael Jordan, some of the greats, they said they may be they they had to throw 10,000 shots to make however many shots they made. You know, never be afraid of pulling the trigger. You can only score so many points by shooting, and that comes through confidence and practice. There's no way of getting confidence if you don't practice, and practicing means not demo. Practicing means the best way to train your emotions is if it's a funded account, yes, it might not be real money, but at the end of the day, you get paid if you perform well. And you watch how people perform on a demo account, and then the second they know they've gone onto live cash on a funded account, mentality shifts. Why is that? Because they know all of a sudden they can get paid, and they usually come out like a rabbit in front of the headlights, try and do everything at a million miles an hour because they're thinking about getting paid, where they've also just forgot the process. You know, the main thing is just stick to the process, and the prize will follow. Right, 15-minute candle is about to finish. Nice strong bearish candle. Now what we want to see is the low get taken out and then a bullish close. So we've got what, 8 seconds left. Okay, so now we want to see the low get taken out and then ideally a bullish close. If we close bearish and below the level, then we'll start looking at selling. But preference would be lows got taken out like that. Then we want to see a bullish close, then a wick down, then we buy. So we're completely clear with what we're doing before it even happens. We paint the picture. So if we were to paint the picture, we said, right, we want this candle to break this candle's low. It's already done that. Then we want this candle to close bullish. So that means back above this level. Okay, so we've got to wait 15 minutes for that. Then once it closes bullish, we want the next candle to wick down. Then we're going to buy the break of that high. So you have everything planned before it happens. Make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay. Now, if you do enjoy the live streams, guys, don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up, please. It's one of those. Okay, yes. So, for those of you that don't know, we do have our own funded accounts now. If this is something you're interested in, then you can drop me an email at mark@tradeandtrain.com. They're instant funding, so you don't have to pass any challenges. What's the difference? Okay, so um, the main difference is your starting balance will be generally smaller, but the reason for that is because you're going to deposit into a live trading account. It's your own account, it's a live trading account. We're just going to multiply it for you. So once you deposit into your trading account, we're gonna there's at the minute there's 4 deposits levels. It was 300, 500, and $1,000, but as of today we've just launched a brand new $2,500 deposit. Each account will be multiplied by 10. So your initial deposit becomes $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $25,000. This gets moved into what is called an incubator account, of which you will receive 80% of the profits. It's instantly live. All you have to do is generate 20%. There's no time period to do that 20% target. That 20%, once you've achieved it, you'll get 80% of your profits. There is a drawdown, it's a static drawdown, and it's fixed, meaning if you make 5% profit, the drawdown doesn't go up with you. What happens is, if you start off with a 10K account, your drawdown, your cutoff is $9,000. Doesn't matter how far up. Your target's $12,000. When you get to $12,000 at the end of that calendar month, you can invoice for 80% of the profits. Your next stage, you increase to 20 times. Then you increase to 40 times, 80 times, and 200. So your 10K or your 1,000 initial deposit can become a $200,000 account. Now, the increments in which your profit share is, that does decline as your account increases. So stage 1 is 80%, stage 2 is 80%, stage 3 is 70%, stage 4 is 60%, and the final stage, 200K, is 50%. Okay, and and these are all live accounts. It's all in your own name, so you're not buying a demo account off someone else. You are literally depositing into your own MT4 account. So it's super, super good. Um, all right, so we're waiting. We've got 10 minutes for this candle to close bullish. So it's kind of done what we want it to do so far. I just don't want it to get too big. If it gets too big, then we kind of, for you 5-minute traders, if this closes anything like this, if the next candle wicks down, if you want, you could be buying the break at the high. It looks good. It looks good. It's taken out the lows. It's potentially about to close above the highs. Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Sounds like Amazon's here. Bear with me. Oh, okay. Right, let's just wait. Oops, where's it gone? So 10 minutes for me, guys. 10 minutes. I'll wait for the 15-minute candle. I'm not going to jump onto the 5, but if you do, you know what the plan is. We planned it, we mapped it out. What room do we have above it as it stands? 50 pips. There's still loads of room. Still loads of room. Ideally, I'd like to see a bit of a top wick on it as well. If it keeps going, there's not a lot we can do, guys. We just sit here and wave and let it crack on, do its own thing. Whatever happens to during this session, if I don't get a setup here, that will be me done for the day now. Yeah, I've had an unusually busy day for me trading. Don't normally get this many trades. So yeah, after this session, I am going to call it a day. But been at work, so not many chances for Jody. What else we got? Yeah. Oh, look at it. Typical. Typical. So we'll see how the next 8 minutes pans out, but we didn't break the hourly low. So this candle could potentially just flip on itself and keep pushing higher. But if we can get an entry lower down, meaning when the 15-minute candle closes in 8 minutes, then fantastic. If not, I will still look for buys above here. I just didn't think it would get anywhere near here based on that sell-off, but this is the beauty of trading, right? 7 minutes to go, guys. Right, question for you then. Who would look at 15-minute buys above the highs, and who would look at H1 buy stops? So 15-minute buy stop, M15 buy stop, or H1 buy stop? What's your preference, guys? Would you prefer to take it later once it breaks above the highs, or would you like to take it a little bit earlier? No right and wrong answer here. It's personal preference. Just see. It's always nice to know what the audience would like to do. Remember, guys, this isn't financial advice either. This is just me trading my account. H1 buy stop. 15-minute buy stop sounds good for Paolo. Liam, I've had my buy stop placed from the beginning of this hourly candle. Yeah, nice. Richard going on the M15. Now, is it greedy to say both? Uh, no, Jody, it's not greedy, mate. It's not greedy. Because of the sentiment, like I said, you look what's happened after each big seller candle today. It's been followed by a rally. Big seller candle followed by a rally. So I'm going to be looking at a 15 flip. I'm going to look for a 15 flip here. I'm looking for an early entry. H1 for Frankie. So what I'm doing now is I'm just getting rid of all my uh, potential. So with magic keys, when you when you click open calc, because I've done more than my allotted number of trades today, it comes up with a risk warning and says you have taken more than 5 trades. Do you wish to trade? 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, look at it. It's moving. Just want to see a bit of a top wick. 30 pips still to the oh, was 30 pips. 28. Okay. So the entry isn't going to be much better now on the 15 to above the highs. You're talking maybe 30 pips, but we can still hit TPs, which is the main thing. So what's the high of the current 15-minute candle, which is 2636.27. 2636.27. So I need to move. And it keeps pushing. We've got 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Right, so one of the guys in the group who's doing quite well, I literally said to him, look, stop focusing on so many different things. You're doing excellent at one part of your trading and you're doing quite well at the others, but just focus on this one part. I said, you want to become Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee feared the man who practiced one punch 10,000 times, not the man who practiced 10,000 punches. Okay, so just think about it when you look at your data of your statistics from what it is you're trading. Where are you getting your returns from? If you've heard of Pareto's law, it'll generally say 80% of your whatever it is will come from 20% of your work or 20% of what it is. So let's say you're looking at 10 markets or you've got 10 different strategies. You'll probably find 80% of your returns come from two of those markets or two of those strategies. So this is what you want to hone in on. Where are you getting most of your returns from? And focus and hone in on that. Make it make it yours. The bit that you're good at, just make it yours. However you do it, make it yours. Own it. So 1 minute. I think we could potentially get a. No, there's no flip here, but we could look for a buy stop. There's definitely no flip, but we can look for a buy stop. Yeah, it's only like 10 pips. Lola's going up for a buy stop, H1 buy stop. Okay, I'm gonna be putting mine above the high here because we can get 10, 20, 25 pips up to the highs. That's just me. Okay. Okay, there we go, guys. Orders in. Partial TP. Let's take. I'm just getting my partial TP set. Uh, okay, so let's just. Sorry, I changed my screen again. There you go. So you can see the order that's in. Let's just make that a bit smaller. Okay, so orders above the M15 high. We've got a T1 at 10 pips, we've got a T2 at 25 pips. Stops down here. As soon as it triggers, I'm going to move my stop up underneath the low of the current live candle. That's what I'm going to do. If you're taking buy stops above the highs, above here, perfect. Then manage it according to your rules, guys. Do everything, plan it, map it out. Remember, I told you what I was doing before this candle formed. I said, I want this candle to break the low of the bearish candle. I said I then want it to close as a bullish candle. I said I then want the next candle to wick down. Then I'm buying the high. So I told you what I was doing before it happened. Okay? We just needed the market to do that. So now it's done it. The order's placed. How many of you mapped out the trade prior to taking it? Not taking it, placing it. How many of you mapped it out in your mind? You visually saw it, you wrote it down, you knew what was going to happen, or not you knew what was going to happen, you knew in your mind what you wanted to see happen before you place the trade. How many of you do that? How many visualize it, you draw it, you see it, and then if it happens, what do you think your state of mind is like when it happens? Are you confident? Are you calm? Are you anxious? Are you excited? How do you think you How do you think you feel if you map it out and you plan it first, or if you were to do it the other way around? What do you think the difference in your state of mind would be? It looks like everyone's getting married on here. I just see I do's everywhere. Right. So tell me what the state of mind would be like. What kind of mind, what state of mind do you want to be in when you're trading? Do you want to be excited? Do you want to be calm? Do you want to be happy? Yeah. You want to be as calm as possible. When it comes to making decisions, if you're tense, if you're excited, if you're in, let's call it fight or flight mode, you're going to make decisions based on emotion as opposed to fact. So when you sat here, you like map it out, you write it down. What do I want to see happen? Right, if this happens, I'm going to do that. If that happens, I am calm until it gets triggered and goes against me. Okay, so here's the next question for you, Anna. What do you think you do in terms of trade management? If we can be calm through entry and placing it, what did we do in order to become calm? What did you do? How did you become calm when placing the trade? Yeah, but not active trade management. That's the right answer. But what did we do in terms of placing the trade? How did we become calm? Okay, guys, how did we get calm when placing the trade? What did we do? Okay, we're getting there, but so exactly, Jody. We planned it, so you plan your exit too. It's simple. So let's just uh while we're waiting for that to happen, let me just visualize a positive outcome. Yeah, I mean, look, visualizing a positive outcome, that's you want to do that on a daily basis. But the problem with visualizing an outcome is it's good for your mind, but it doesn't help you in the life situation when a trade is running. Hey, Donville, no worries. So look, what I mean, what I want you to think about is look. So let's say long trade, right? So uh, let me make it a bit bigger so you can see it. So long trade. Okay, and let's just go trade management. So one, when triggered, move stop to low of trigger candle minus, let's say, 2 to 3 pips, depending on what you're trading. Two, if so, let's say this was M30. Now, this is just an if done scenario. Depends what you might use, you might not use. So M15, um, or no, we'll stick with the M30. So M30 breaks previous candle high, close 50% if we break uh, break the low. So the candle that's triggered you, you're in. Next candle breaks the high of that. And then if it breaks its own low again, you close half. Okay? So it's the next candle. If we break the low, close half. Three. Uh, okay, so this is a different rule now. So we can use 70% rule, meaning if price goes 7 pips up, move stops to break even. So 3.2, so meaning this is a variation of 2. So 70% rule, if price moves 7 pips, close half if price comes back to entry. Is this making sense, guys? So it's up to you. These are all different ways of entry. And then 4, close full trade if we create new low or close bearish. Okay, so you've got a few options there, and that's just to give you a concept of what you can do and how to manage it. Okay, once the trade's running. So let's put it into practice because we could be about to get triggered. Okay, so if price breaks this high, we're going to get triggered. So what we're going to do is, if price breaks this high, I see one, there we go. Now, I haven't seen any positive yet because of spread. All right, so now, as soon as I see blue numbers, I'll move my stop underneath the low of the candle. Not seeing any positive numbers yet because of spread. Okay, so we're seeing positive numbers, so we're moving that underneath there. So if I see 70 pips, I'm going to move this straight to, or 70 points, which is 7 pips. I'm going to move this straight to break even. So all I'm looking at is those blue numbers. So if I see 70, we're going straight to break even. And the principle behind that, in my opinion, is that if we hit 7 pips out of a potential 10, I would envisage that the market should go straight to 10 pips without coming back to entry price. That's the way I see it. Just realized something. Let me just. Looks okay. 3 minutes for the hourly candle to close, guys. We have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So I've got my cursor over. I use stop loss at entry actually, not auto break even. Auto break even takes the stop loss into profit. I just want it to go straight to entry. So if I see the orange numbers turn blue and get to 70, that means it's 7 pips up, and I'll hit auto break even, stop loss to entry, and the stop loss should go straight to my entry price. Should do. Been having a few issues with that over the last couple of weeks, but it should do that. One minute, 12 seconds. No, I'm on live stream. Oh, it's not very kind. 30 seconds, that is it. We've got 45 seconds left. Well, well, the US session hasn't been so kind to me this afternoon. Where's this little push? There we go. There's the uh, 17 points. Flip traders. If you trade the flip, you can buy this as it flips to fill the wick. So literally, that's what we're seeing right now. So if it breaks the high of this candle, guys, I just change my stop underneath the low of this candle. So I want to see this candle high broken here. Did it go 10 pips? No, not quite. So if you did buy the flip, it didn't go 10 pips, about 8.5, 9. That's without spread. So what do we need it to move? About 12 pips to reduce our stop to 26.34. And the reason we'd move that is because once it breaks the high, we would then not expect it to then reverse and break its own low. Okay, so price action is dictating what we do with our stop. Because in theory, once we've broken the high, we should form an uprange candle. Therefore, we would expect the market to continue moving to the upside. So breaking the high is really important into how we manage the trade right now. So remember, by moving it like this, it doesn't actually physically move it until I let go of the button. So once I let go of the button on the mouse and you hear the kch, that's when the stop has been moved. Right now, this is just like, in theory, it's in like a cloud space. It's not actually being moved. But once we break the high of that previous 30-minute candle, then you will hear the sound. And in theory, that's the stop being moved. Okay, so that's the stop move now. Now we're looking for 70 pips or 70 points, 7 pips, and that would be price going to break even. Hmm. Once it broke that high, guys, if we come back down here, I'm going to come out of the trade. I think I'm not overly keen on these big wicks that are being formed, but we'll see what happens. broken the high. We should keep pushing, but stop loss at entry. So remember, our objective as any trade is to make sure we don't lose and to protect capital at all costs. What are we up on the day? 0.9%, so 0.9%. Yeah, it did 1% today, so well, guys, not looking too good. Need a few gold buyers to come in right now. Let's have, and there we go. We're done for the day. That's it. That's my trades done for the day. I will call it a day now. Gonna finish up. What did that take? I think that's probably taken me down now for the day. Yeah, break even. 226 down on the day. So had an interesting day. Went 2,000 down on the first trade this morning. Then we had a bit of a clawback. Went to 2,200 up, and then we've just finished 200 down. So, so yeah, we're exactly midway to TP. So I need $7,800 to get to my target. So not a great US Open for me, but that just shows you guys never get complacent. Would I have taken the same trades? Absolutely. Um, but don't think that every time you place a trade, it's always going to go the way you want it. And look, by bringing our stops right up, we've reduced our risk massively. We would have lost a lot more had we have left it open and not moved our stops through active trade management. So that's it, guys. Next live stream um, will be what have I got on tomorrow? Definitely going to do one on Thursday. Um, let me check my calendar now. Wednesday. Yeah, I'll do one tomorrow as well. So I'll schedule one now for tomorrow. So set your alerts for tomorrow for 1 o'clock. And I'll also do one on Thursday. So tomorrow and Thursday. Look, indexes are dropping as well right now, actually. Um, Indexes have come down to the level. Thanks, Jody. Yeah, yo-yo day, mate. Definitely. Up and down. Started off not so good, then did okay, and then just finished off with 2 out of 3 losses. So a little bit of a shame, but never mind. Like I say, you can't win every trade. Stick to the rules, and over the course of time, we are profitable. Win rate has dropped from just with those 2 losses over the last 3 trades. That win rate's dropped from 79% to 78%. So it happens, guys. All we do is we plan the trade, we map it out, and we go from there. All right, guys, I have to go now. I've got my next client waiting for me. All right, Cheers, guys. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'll schedule it, so make sure you've got it in and you have